Good afternoon, it's Adit from Global Economic and Innovation Platform with a roundup of Chinese business news and their ability to expand in international markets. Of course, Chinese business have been actively expanding their global footprint, driven by ambitions to tap into new markets, access advanced technologies, and enhance their competitiveness. This internationalization presents, of course, both significant opportunities and notable challenges, and today I will lay out some examples of Chinese companies making significant investments abroad and also some significant challenges that they continue to face and challenges that the Global Economic and Innovation Platform can address. So, expanding overseas, of course, allows Chinese companies to reduce reliance on the domestic market, accessing new customer bases and revenue streams. For instance, BYD, a leading Chinese electric vehicle manufacturer, reported revenues of $107 billion in 2024, surpassing Tesla's $98 billion. Of course, this growth was fueled by strong demands for plug-in hybrid vehicles, especially in the Southeast Asian and European markets. But BYD approached this challenge by installing new factories in Vietnam, Thailand to access the Southeast Asian market, and Uzbekistan to access the European market, and substantial sales in Europe and Southeast Asia has increased since then. So here we can see that a nearshoring strategy of Chinese companies being close to their main market has been very beneficial for them. We also have the iFlyTech's European expansion. So iFlyTech is a leading Chinese artificial intelligence firm renowned for its voice recognition technology. And they have initiated expansion into Europe amid the intensifying trade tensions with the United States. And so the company has commenced operations in France and Hungary with plans to establish a Paris office and extend its presence to Spain and Italy. Of course, this strategic move aims to diversify iFlyTech's market reach and mitigate the impact of the US trade restrictions. Another company that is a good example is Sinopec, which happens to be one of China's largest state-owned petroleum and petrochemical enterprises, has actively pursued international projects too. The company has invested in various ventures, including a $1.5 billion investment in the North Sea and a $1.52 billion acquisition of oil fields in Angola. Additionally, Sinopec has entered the long-term LNG contracts with US firms and participated in Qatar's North Field East expansion project. These endeavors, of course, reflect Sinopec's strategy to secure energy resources and expand its global footprint. And then finally, on today's list of Chinese companies, we have the CALB investment in Portugal. Chinese battery manufacturer CALB has announced plans to invest 2 billion euros in constructing a gigafactory in Portugal. This significant investment underscores China's commitment to expanding its presence in the European electric vehicle market and strengthening bilateral economic ties. So amidst challenging relationship of China and the United States, you can see that China is actively pursuing investment opportunities in Europe and increasing their bilateral economic ties and also their bilateral ties with European countries. But let's go to the challenges now. Of course, Chinese companies face significant challenges, and they continue to be the same ones actually that I have mentioned previously in the previous video too. So Chinese companies continuously are facing regulatory and compliance hurdles. Navigating complex legal and regulatory environments is quite a challenge. And of course, the Global Economic Innovation Platform strives to help Chinese companies regulate their compliance hurdles and strategies to make sure that they are fully compliant in the new country that they operate. Of course, geopolitical tensions and trade barriers, escalating trade tensions are going to create problems. However, this is another area that we serve, and the Global Economic and Innovation Platform's partners will always cater to strategies that are fit for every company going abroad and make sure that they have the right people and the right rules and regulations to connect and follow when doing business in another country. Finally, of course, cultural differences and localization remains a very important challenge. So adapting products and strategies to resonate with diverse international audiences is complex and is something that we specialize in with our third-party partners. Our third-party partners are rooted in all of the nearshoring countries to make sure that Chinese companies can get the best understanding of cultural differences to make sure that they have a significant footprint in the market. Lastly, the intellectual property and transparency concerns. Of course, right now Chinese companies are also creating high quality products. So it is very important to navigate the intellectual property and transparency concerns, rules, regulations in different countries. And of course, our team of legal advisors will fully help our Chinese partners to make sure that they have left no stone unturned when they are investing in foreign markets. Alright, so that's all for today, and I will be back with more news about Chinese companies going abroad and good cases that are from the Global Economic and Innovation Platform, and also talk about the different hurdles that Chinese companies will face. Thank you and see you again.